So I was watching a few videos, people talking about their EDCs, what they carry, what they like about them, what they don't like about them. So I thought I'd bring out one of my EDCs. This is the one I'm currently running. This is the M&P 2.0. Did a few changes to it. Now this is in a, which one is this one? Standard USA holster. It's a good holster. It's one of the very few people that would make a left-handed holster with the additional mag. I like the way it fits. I like the quality. I like this little metal, or it's an aluminum piece that it has here. I don't like that the rounds are facing in. I prefer them facing out, but unfortunately it's the only option that they had. I think it's a little high, but with the standard mag it shouldn't be a problem. I have the extension on there, but it would be nice if this was lower, but they're limited to the design, I guess. This is my EDC. Now, this is a Performance Center slide. Now, there's a few things on this. I have the compact version, which is the 15 round, so it's got the smaller grip, but I think the grip is perfectly fine. The regular slide only came up till the very end, so sitting flush with the frame. This is just 1/4 of an inch, so this is a 4.25 size slide with the 4-inch frame. Functions just fine. The only thing that you might notice is this little protrusion there, but that's it. It functions just fine. Mainly because I wanted to just have the slide cuts. This is not a ported barrel, so this is just for aesthetics. I wanted it to match my other EDC, which I'll show you in just a second. I did a few changes to it. One of the first things I did was the trigger. I have another M&P with the Apex trigger. After noticing the differences, it's just a must. When I get a lot of the M&Ps, I just switch out the trigger. It's pricey, but I've learned that it's 100% worth it. This one currently sits at about 3¼ pounds. It's under 3 pounds. It's not, it's under 3.5 pounds, but it's not quite 3 pounds. So it's just a little under 3.5 pounds as far as the trigger pull. It does have a real nice short reset, which is why I like it. And I did add the Surefire Lights. I looked at other light options. I like the flush look. The Streamlight series, like the TL series, TLRs, I think they just stick out a little bit too much. The Odin light, I didn't like that little quick disconnect. It just sticks out a bit too much. I do have it on another gun, but it's not my carry gun, so it's not a big deal. This one is the XC1B. I think it's 300 lumens if I'm not mistaken. I have a little rechargeable Surefire battery in there, and it works fine. This is for indoor primarily as far as the light goes. It doesn't have like a really strong hotspot or a large amount of throw. I don't need it in my home. It lights up the entire room, so it's adequate for its intended purpose. Outdoors, I'm not going to be using a light, more than likely. For comfort, I did purchase, when I purchased this gun, I wanted this slide, so I bought a Performance Center and I took the slide off. I also went ahead and took off the slide release. These do stick out more. I'm not sure if you can see them right about there. I won't focus on it too well, but they do stick out a significant amount. But it's got a really nice curved and textured feel to it that it doesn't bother me. It's never accidentally done anything. It's never snagged on anything. So I think that's a really good add-on. So I took it off the frame of the Performance Center one. When I switched up the pieces, I did add the Hives extended mag release. I am left-handed, so I did switch this over to the left-hand side. I just think it makes a big difference for me personally. I always feel like this hump that it has right there gets in the way when I'm really just trying to quickly press on the mag. I end up kind of pressing on that little hump and then kind of pivoting forward to release the magazine. This just eliminates that. It's one less thing to worry about. You just press it and it's good. And the fact that it's aluminum just helps. I don't feel like it's, not that the plastic ones ever gave me a problem, but I just didn't want them to wear out over time. Again, this is a carry gun, so it's always rubbing on one way or the other. It's always being grabbed, so I just don't want it to smooth out. All of a sudden you have a really thin mag release. Another thing I did on this, which honestly I really liked, was the Magwell. It wasn't really for the whole reloading, tactical kind of weekend soldier type of movements. It really helped the grip. I like a full grip. This tucks my pinky, as you can tell. It tucks it right in. So this tucks my pinky right in for perfect grip. And it helps just make the gun feel more secure in the hand. Any little recoil, if you happen to just take a double tap unintended, the pinky will help it from pivoting. Floyd's Customs is the only one I found that had a really nice low profile magazine. I did find others, but they were just huge. They're like competition style, and that's just way too large for what I wanted. With this Magwell, you have to get the base plates, otherwise these factory mags just won't fit in here. They end up hitting. So I did get 2 of their mag extensions. This is it says +5 and 6. I don't recall how many I have in here. I think I usually have 20. I like to have magazines loaded to -1 their capacity, just so I don't have to feel like the last round, because I do keep one in the chamber. I don't like that last round to be just slamming into the one that's in the chamber. So that gives me 20 to 21 rounds, depending on what how I load it that particular day. I did upgrade to the agency barrel. Now this one, it's a really nice looking barrel. Kind of sucks that the camera's not really picking it up the way I'd like it to, but trust me, it's a really nice barrel. And it does have a nice little, I'm not really sure what you'd call that style, like an octagon cut to it. But the reason I got this wasn't because it looked cool. I would have got it if it was just a regular plain stainless steel. I got this because I needed the threaded barrel. And by needed is, this also is my bedside gun. So when it sits on my bedside, it sits in my stand like that. So I don't have to worry about putting anything on. It's just always on. And the great thing is, whenever it's just not on anymore, daytime comes around, I'll go out and go somewhere, just put the suppressor away, put the thread cap back on, and it's good to go. This holster does have an open bottom, so I don't have to worry about anything like the thread protector. If I were to put a comp on that, it wouldn't make a difference. Honestly, part of me is foolish enough that if they made a really nice suppressor that would fit in here, I'd probably have it. I mean, there are competition style holders that you can get that pull out from the front. You don't slide them out, they just kind of snap up to the front. That you could probably customize it with that, but I don't know how practical that would be. Hey, but who knows, maybe. For now, this is my carry gun. Now I did add a couple of other things to it. That there's one other upgrade I want to do, but at the same time I don't. I did add this optic to it. This is the Trijicon SRO. Now I had purchased to the 1.0 MOA and the 3.25 MOA. I ended up liking the 3.25 a little bit more, so I stuck with this one and got rid of the other one. And this core slide already comes with the suppressor height sights. I don't mind the 3-dot, I actually like them. I was thinking of upgrading them to night sights because my carry guns typically have night sights. But I really like these core sights. And the other Trijicon style, they all look like Glock sights to me, and I don't really like it. I went out of my way to avoid putting anything that isn't MNP on this gun were specifically made for the M&P line. Even on another one that I had originally cut for an RMR, I made sure I ordered some of the core sights to avoid what most people were doing at the time, which was just installing some Glock sights for the rear. So that is carry gun number 1. This replaced my Glock 19, which I used for a little bit, mainly because at the time I had the M&P 2.0. The original slide to this was just a factory one, so it was not cut for an RMR. So I ended up carrying the Glock instead, at least until I got it cut for an RMR, put the RMR on it. Later on, I decided to go ahead and get the one with the serrated slide. So I swapped them out. I just bought the other gun, swapped out slides, sold the other one, and kept this one. So technically, this isn't a performance center. It is a compact, because that is what the frame is registered as. My other carry gun, which is one I've been carrying more recently, is the M&P Shield. It has all the Apex internals. This one sits at about 4 pounds. It's not ambidextrous, but I did also include the Hive mag extended mag release for the same reason. It's just so much easier. I feel like I'm just pressing on it as opposed to pressing down and kind of moving forward. This one does have the night sights like I prefer. The little mag plate, I just got a little aluminum one and just kind of shaved that off. The original M&P slide that I had the same style brushed aluminum backplate, so I wanted them to match, which is why I took the finish off of the barrel so it could match the one from the M&P. This one is a ported barrel. That's just because that's the way the Performance Center barrel already comes from the factory. I didn't want to mess with that. I do plan on changing this. Not sure when. I'm kind of still thinking about it. Now that the Shield Plus has come out, I do want to buy the Shield Plus and do the same thing I kind of did with the other one, which is switch out the frame. That way I can have the 12+1. I'll just switch out the internals. The other Shield Plus, if I'm not mistaken, is ambidextrous, so I will be able to move the mag release to the left-hand side. And this one, I mean, obviously I'll just leave it with the gun. That way, when I sell the other one, it'll have the Shield Plus slide with the original Shield frame. And this gun has no work done to it, so it'll be pretty much a brand new gun. They'll be getting the frame of this one with the new internals from the Shield Plus along with the slide. I would then have a Performance Center slide with my night sights already on there, but I will have a higher capacity. But again, that's yet to be determined. I don't want to get stuck with 2 guns, buy the other one, switch out the items, and then have an issue selling this current one. But these are my current carry guns, and again, it's pretty much 2 Performance Center, in the end, guns with Apex internals. Performance Center parts are nice. I just like the Apex a little bit better. Same thing with this one. I just got rid of the internals when they were factory Performance Center parts. Again, they're great, but I think Apex does it better. So these are the little twins. And I did just go out of my way to make them, you know, stay like that. Alright, so that is my carry gun. When I want to carry something light, and then when I want to go ahead and just carry my regular full size, I will get that one out. It's my favorite gun to shoot. I love the way it shoots.